welcome back to the channel. Metal Marty Mark back. It's that time of the year again where everybody's putting out their favourite albums of 2022, and I'm no different. So I'm going to show you 20 albums that are my favourite albums from 2022. Now they're not no particular order. The first 10 aren't any, and the 10 after that they're all brilliant albums. So, but I do have a number one favourite album. It's an album I've listened to a shit ton of times this year, and I think justifiably it's my favourite album because I absolutely love it. I have mentioned it many times before, and I did a bit of slagging for it, but anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, 2022 has been a brilliant year. There's been some amount of stuff out this year. Where do you start? I've missed tons of albums this year. There's going to be loads of videos next year of albums that I've missed from 2022. Didn't get the new Threshold. Only heard a couple of tracks for I'm waiting to pick up the vinyl now in January when it comes out. The new Candlemass I don't have on this list. Very surprising, one of my favourite bands. I have heard tracks from it. I have heard the album actually. I've heard it a few times. I love it. It's great. But I'm waiting for my vinyl. My vinyl should have been here yesterday of it. So I didn't include it in this list because I feel that I haven't listened to it enough. Didn't get the new Immolation album this year. Didn't get the new Destruction album. I wasn't really too keen on it, like, you know, but I am going to get it. I'm waiting for the price to get down. But yeah, there was so much this year that I didn't get. Sorry, a bit of a sniffle, but yeah, you can't get it all, like, you know. So I'm only going to include albums that I have listened to. I'm just looking over at my list. Listen to loads or enough that I feel that they should be on this list. Enough waffle. I wanted to get this video quick. So these are all albums I would have shown in previous videos. So I'm not going to talk about them much because you just all know them anyhow. But yeah, it's been a good year this year, and I don't have the CD with me. So what we're listening in the background, what we're listening in the background is one of my favourite EPs of the year of Concrete Gods. James, another guy from the VC, one of the many releases from the VC this year. You'll see a few of them this year. But James's EP is fantastic. Have it on in the background, listened to that a shit ton of times. Absolutely love it. Also this year, Josh, our man from the VC, Mr. Guitar Man Josh, he released his EP as well, and fair fucks Josh, that was a great EP as well. Looking forward to the second part of it and then to your full length. But yeah, so yeah, as I said, there's some more VC people involved in this video. I'm sure you know who they are already without even saying it, but yeah, they're on further down the list because they're albums actually, not EPs. But yeah, of Concrete Gods, what a great one that was. Right, enough talking, I'll be on a few minutes already. Now, just realised when I was doing my list, top 20, I've actually got 21 records here. Was going to take one of them out, and I said, fuck it, it's my list, I can do what I want. So, sneaking in at number 21, as I said, 21 to 10 are just all great albums, all albums I've enjoyed this year. They're no particular order whatsoever. So first up, hope there's not a glare on these, I didn't check the camera to see what it was like. So this is Chrysix, full HD, full length from Chrysix this year. Great band, great Spanish trash band, good fun. Remind me of the old school trash when trash was fun. I know there is still plenty of fun in trash, but these are one of those bands. A couple of great tracks out of this, full HD. They done the Macarena Mosh this year as well. John Was Born from Metal. So you get the picture. Out in Listenable Records, that come out in, just looking for the year, that come out in April. Great trash album, really great band. I don't hear a lot of people, not enough people talking about Chrysix, but I love them. I think they're great, they're a good fun band. Okay, next up, you'll hear me snottering here. Next up, some more trash metal. This was released in November, so it's not too long out, hence where it is in the bottom tier, we'll say bottom 10 of the list. There's not saying a bad thing about it. So this is the latest from Zentrix. I had this in my last video, I think, update video. So this is 7 Words. The latest from Zentrix, UK Trash Legends. As you know, this is a great album. I think it's better than Bury the Pain, which was a great album too. Jay on vocals, it's just a great album. Good trash band. Zentrix do no wrong. A little bit of a hiccup in the middle of their discography, alright, but great band. Absolutely love them. I'd love to see these live. I think they tried to play Ireland last year and there was a problem with their equipment, they couldn't get it out of the van, some stupid shit like that, but hopefully they come back this year and I will be going. So Zentrix, 7 Words at number 20. At number 19 we have some Swedish heavy metal. Absolutely love this band. I think BVD put me on to these a couple of years ago, the album before this one, which was called something, can't remember, but this, yeah. So what month was this? This was out in April, so this was Shadowland by Wolf. old school heavy metal, brilliant, great vocals, brilliant musicianship. They're great guitar players and great riffs, catchy tunes all over the place. There was a few singles out on this. Dust, Shadowland, the title track itself is it's another one worth checking out. But so yeah, at number 19 is Wolf and Shadowland. Great album, great album. Sorry, it's very warm in here. My throat's just gone dry. Okay, up next at number 18, it sounds like Top of the Pops here, is a band I didn't know anything about. This is only their second full release. So this is this came out in May, 6th of May, I believe it was, when we're getting it. So this came out in Metal Blade Records, and this is by the band Motor Sister. I really hope there's no glare on these. Should have checked beforehand. So this is their second album, Get Off, and great hard rock heavy metal album. Lots of people you probably know. Scott Ian and his missus Pearl, Joey Vera, who's played with everybody, Jim Williams, and John Tempesta. This is a great rock and roll album. They released a couple of videos of this. Can't Get High Enough, Coming For You, right there, just like that. Sooner or Later, actually used a good few of them, but this is a great, just if you're in for a bit of hard rock, heavy metal, throw this on. Great vocals, great riffs, great catchy tunes. So yeah, Motor Sister, Get Off. Really enjoyed that album this year. That was at number 18. Sorry, number 17. Big release. Love this release. So this is some Death Doom. I'm just reading what it says here. From the Midwest and the Americas. So this is Temple of Void, Summoning Slayer. 7-track album of just pure brilliant Death Doom. Fantastic. Nice, slow, heavy. There's kind of a weird number at the end of the album, Dissolution, but Death Touch, just check that out, and a sequence of Rot, Transcending Horror is amazing too. They're all actually amazing. This came out in Relapse, and this came out in June, Summoning the Slayer. Another great release. I still think Lords is my favourite of theirs, but this is a hell of a release if you haven't got it or haven't heard it. Excellent stuff. Next up, we have some death metal from Swedish supergroup Bloodbath. Survival of the Sickest. Came out in September. Another fantastic release. It's actually, I think it's pretty better than the last few releases. So this is Nick Holmes once again on vocals, and he sounds absolutely awesome. Jonas Rensky, Anders Nystrom, and Thomas Akvik. So yeah, supergroup. Ex-members of Paradise Lost, so I don't mean ex, but members of Paradise Lost and Catonia, and yeah, you've all known Bloodbath, and this is another superb release from Bloodbath. They did release a single, Zombie Inferno. Check out the video if you haven't seen it, but yeah, another solid release from Bloodbath. Really enjoyed that. Okay, up next at number 15. Jeez, this seems to take forever. Is from July. So this is thanks to one of the guys in the VC, Metal Mickey, as you all know. This is where I find a lot of my pickups of stuff I don't know, and this was another one that Mickey put up, and I think it was in his list as well. So once again, a more American death metal. This is fantastic. Absolutely love this. Played the fucking shit out of this. Came on a cool vinyl, splattered vinyl. So this is Molder, Engrossed in Decay. I think it's their second release, I'm not sure. This came out on Prosthetic Records, but geez, this is solid, man. This is a really good old school sounding death metal album. Nice little sound bites of horror stuff thrown in the mix as well, and just creates a really great atmosphere, and vocals are amazing. Yeah, really can't wait to see what these guys put out next. Still have to try to get their first album. Amazing cover. It's been one of the top album covers of the year as well, but we'll wait till Scott's rock tag, how was it called? Okay, next up. Oh, we're going for a CD next. Okay, so this is the second full-length release, I believe, from another US death metal band. Now this is old school at its finest. This is my favourite kind of death metal. Love this. I would love to get this on vinyl. So this came out on Listenable Insanity Europe, whatever that means. Excuse me, once again. This is In Human Condition, and this is Fear Sick. Let me say Fear 6, I think this is their second release. You've got ex-members of Massacre, you've got, what's his face? The big guy from Obituary and from Get, and his name's just gone. I'm gonna have to open the CD. I wanted to fly through these. I'm still going to. Terry Butler, absolutely amazing. This is old school death metal. This could have been another Massacre album with a different vocalist, obviously with Cam Lee gone, but this is fantastic. Down to earth, stripped back. Trying to read the guy's name, can't read it. Nice or shit, but the singer is brilliant. This is stripped back old school death metal. This just came out in 1991, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Brilliant riffs, catchy as hell. Inhuman Condition and Fear Sick. I would love that in vinyl. So yes, so Inhuman Condition. Okay, next we are going to number 13. Unlucky for some. Not unlucky, but this could have been in my top 10 if I had have heard it more. I did listen to it a lot. But I still think if I had to listen to it more, it would have rose higher. This was another recommendation once again from the VC, from Mr. Sean Parry, the Beast. And I think I had this in my last video too. So yeah, so this is a recent addition physically, but I have listened to a lot of it. So this is Spectrum Mortis, and it was called Bit Missouri, The Incantation. This only came out in September as well. Wow, what a great album. Death Doom from Spain. There's a lot of Spain this year in my, well, there's a few bands from Spain this year in my top albums. Seem to be doing better on my list than they did in the World Cup, but another fantastic release. This is great. This is atmospheric Death Doom with some blackened vocals in it as well. Did describe it in my last album, but if you're into that sort of thing, which I am, check it out. It's just a massive wall of brilliance. It's fucking awesome stuff. Great album. Okay, up next, back to Spain. Excuse me, shit and cough. At number 12 we have from March. Didn't know this, but I think this is this band's first full length. It is. They might have had EPs out before, but the sort of cover just grabbed my attention. Big into sharks, and this came out on listenable record once again. So listenable records have done well on my list. So this is Red Shark, and this is Digital Rays. When did I say this came out? This came out in March. Fantastic, old school heavy metal with fantastic vocals, catchy tunes. This is really good. If you do yourself a favor and have a listen to this, if you haven't listened to it, Never Too Late. The title track Digital Race is amazing. Kill Your Idol, brilliant. Old school traditional heavy metal, modern traditional heavy metal, if you know what I mean. But I absolutely love this Red Shark album. Really looking forward to more of their stuff. So that was Red Shark. And at number 11, just before we get to the top 10, band I seen this year. This could have been higher. I actually really liked this album a lot. It was much better than their last one. Listened to it a ton, obviously before I went to the gig as well. Did lots of videos out. One of the tracks on it, The Watcher, is just that tune Wedgie. I can still see Angela, but not Angela. There you go. What the fuck, Alyssa running onto the stage in the video, and even when she done it live as well, it was just like, wow, this is mad. So this is Arch Enemy, Deceivers. Great album, but what do you expect with Jeff Loomis and Michael Amott as well. Fantastic music is brilliant in it. Her vocals are fantastic on this album. Loads of singles on this. Handshake with the Devil, Deceiver, In the Eye of the Storm. Deceiver was the first song. It was on the gig. It was amazing. And The Watcher as well. Loads of great tracks on it. Come out in Century Media back in July. Really good. Really good Arch Enemy album. And Nathan, you're gonna love when you go to see them live next year, man. They're exceptional live. So, okay, top 10. Hurry up this fucking video. Okay, into the number 10. And all these albums just had a bit more of an impression on me than the last ones had. They're all fucking fantastic albums. These are all fantastic albums. Number 10, a band I never thought would get onto any end of year list ever again, unless we were talking about our favourite old school thrash metal albums from the mid to late 80s. But this is Megadeth's new album. Jesus, what a great album this was. This blew me away. I didn't even think I was going to listen to it. I heard the first few singles and videos, as well, I probably did on YouTube, and man, this is something happening here. This is really good, and this is up there with my top 3 or 4 Megadeth albums after. It's all the old school, obviously I'm an old school head. But great album from Megadeth. Blown away. It's really got me back into a Megadeth buzz. I'm going to try to pick up some of their other stuff that I have a few of them on CD, just looking at them there. What the fuck are they called? Endgame, and there was a few other shitty albums in there, but I'm going to try to pick them up because I'm just on a bit of a Megadeth buzz now after this album. So yeah, brilliant lead work, brilliant catchy tunes. Sick to Dying and Dead, Life in Hell, Night Stalkers, bit of Monty Python at the start really got me into it. I love Monty Python. But yeah, number 10, Megadeth. Surprise entry, because I would never have thought Megadeth would have made any list again. Unless it was an old list, as I said. Okay, number 9. Love this album. I've championed this album loads of times this year. New band, debut album, but a lot of old heads on it. So you've got Taz from Satan's Rat, Electric Wizard. So this is a bit of doom. A lot of Death Doom this year. Probably haven't mentioned a lot of it yet, but I will. Albert Witchfinder from Reverend Brauer on vocals. This is Friends of Hell. Man, this is class. This is doom, mixture of old school heavy metal, Merciful Fate sounding heavy metal and doom metal, and it's just fantastic. It's so catchy. Really love this. Out with the Wolves, Into My Coffin, love it. Jesus, a great album. Rise Above Records. If you like doom, old school doom and Merciful Fate and all that sort of jazz, do yourself a favour and have a listen to that. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. So that's my number blah blah blah. Friends of Hell from March. That was okay. Now something from number 8 is something from November. It's over there. I'm reading. I'm trying to. My eyes are at the Bay West. So this is one of the newest ones that I've picked up this year. Another recommendation from the VC. Never would have heard about this band. Now following them on Facebook and anywhere I can, because one man project from the UK. Simon Bibby, Liam the Death Doom Metalhead showed this, and the way Liam described it, I had to listen to it. I was totally intrigued. Couldn't believe it when I listened to it. It's just for me, it's just something different. I don't think I've shown this in an update yet, but this is Thy Listless Heart, Pilgrims on the Path of No Return. Definitely want to get that right. This is out on Hammerheart Records. Savage. It's an epic, melancholic, sorrowful soundtrack doom. It's slow. I don't know if it's depressing, but I just love the whole content, the lyrical content of it, the whole story of it. Look at the artwork, everything about this. The vocals on it. There's guest vocalists on this. Paul from Enchantment's on this. This is just fucking. This could have been my number 1 if I had had this in January last year. Every time I listen to it, I find something different about it, and I just absolutely love it. I don't. If you're not even into metal or doom, just have a listen to this, because it's just special. There's just so much effort put into this. It's just it's extraordinary. That's all I can describe it as. So yeah, at number 8, believe it or not, it could have been, should have been, as I said, these are not in order. These are my favourite albums. So from November, yeah, Thy Listless Heart, Pilgrim on the Path of No Return. If I could recommend anything in this whole shebang, this would be the one, man. This is Savage. So cheers, Liam, for that. The VC is a great place for getting recommendations. Okay, next up we are on number 7. Thank God I'm nearly damn fed up talking. I'm sure you're fed up listening. Okay, another CD. Had to show this. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's my favourite album of theirs. It's a local band to me. You probably know who I'm talking about. It's Eternal Hellcracks and their latest Drown in Ash. So Rory and Dermot are just putting out some amazing stuff. Arius as well. Sorry, mate, I didn't mention your name there. But yeah, this is fantastic. Black metal from Cavan Town, my hometown. Absolutely love this album. It's such great black metal now. I'm not the biggest black metal person in the world. I'm going to change that this year, because the likes of these albums have just got me saying, I find black metal a lot more interesting kind of music now. You can have your trash on, grand, but the black metal and stuff like Thy Listless Heart is just grabbing my attention more. I find this music a lot more interesting, so I was going to see a lot more black metal, I'm sure, in the new year. But yeah, back to Eternal Hellcracks. Love it. Drown in Ash. I know I sent out a few copies to a few lads, and I think you all enjoyed it. Hope you did. So Eternal Hellcracks from September, Drown in Ash, number 7. There's new t-shirts on the Bandcamp, lads. just let you know, a bit of advertisement there. So get onto the Bandcamp and get yourself a t-shirt of the new album. Okay, next up. Okay, so number 6 and number 5 are two obvious picks, and not just because we know the guys on the VC, but because they're two fucking sensational releases. Both come out in June. June was a mad month. I think that Temple of Void album came out as well. I remember it being the Death Doom trilogy month for me, anyhow. But yeah, so in no particular order, man. Marty will see, what can I say, mate? And the lads, they put out the follow-up to Dance after a lot of years. Cold Soul Embrace. Absolutely great album. Absolutely fantastic. Death Doom. Like Thy Listless Heart, it's another album to put on and just sit back and lose yourself. Sounds like a rap song. And lose yourself, man. This is great. Vocals, amazing. Love it. And it's so melancholic as well. And I can find myself going to go back now and get into My Dying Bride and old Paradise Lost stuff that isn't the original Paradise Lost stuff, because I'm really getting into this interesting music. Anybody ask me, I always say to them when they come to the house, it's interesting. That's what it is, because there's just so much to it. But fantastic release, lads, this year. Definitely one of the best releases this year for me. Anyway, played to death. Loved let me just have a look. As Great as the Eye Beholds. On Glorious Vistas Forgotten around the B-side. That was great. Jesus, yeah, it's the beauty of Liars. It's great. It's one of those albums that you love to just sit and listen to it all, start to finish. Great album, lads. Well done. That's an amazing release this year. And of course, with that, we have stupid stickers on the front of the package. It's supposed to be on the back, so you can see it there. But let's picture the boys. But this is Consecration Sinus. Once again, some more Death Doom from the UK, from Liam and the guys. Fantastic release. I know we've talked about it before in our other videos, but I absolutely love this. It's different in Mark's album, bit more raw, rougher. Love it. Charnel House, Dweller and Tumulus. Under the Air Patrol, Under the Air Patrol. This is there's 6 tracks on the vinyl. I did buy the cassette. It's over there. I should have picked up a CD. I'm gonna try and get it anyway. But yeah, because there was less tracks on the vinyl. That's obviously due to pressing and whatever terminology that goes with that. But yeah, fantastic, absolutely amazing vocals. The riffs on this are just so monumental and memorable. Fantastic. Channel House was one of my tune wedgies for the year as well, with that riff. You know what the riff I'm talking about if you know the song. But fantastic. Well done, Consecration this year as well, because that was an amazing one. Okay, 4 to go. This video seems to be on forever. Okay, 4 to go. So, from April, one of my favourite bands, new wave of British heavy metal. These guys were out in the early 80s, and this is a band I actually think they've got better as time went on for some strange reason. They've got older, but they're fucking amazing. The last release before this, Cool Magic, was savage. One of my favourite albums of that year. Could be 2019, was it? But yeah, has to be Satan, Earth Infernal. My God, these boys just get better with age. This fine wine of traditional heavy metal, Satan, absolutely fantastic. Brian Ross, Russ Tippins and Taylor and boys are all amazing musicians, and this is an album that you need to listen to if you haven't. I keep telling you what to listen to, but you know what I mean. Born in Portrait, Ascendancy, from Second Sight. They were just some of the ones that was out, but yeah, I absolutely love Satan, and definitely a great release. Okay, 3 to go. Da-na-na. Okay, I'm fucking blind. From September, one of my favourite death metal bands, if not me. I'll always love Death, but this is probably my second favourite death metal band. And this is back to their mighty, grotesque, horrible, scary best, man. This is just filthy as it comes. Now, there was another release by, I'll show you how it is first, but you know what it is. So this is Morbidity Triumphant by Autopsy. Definitely, I think it's one of their best in years. I absolutely think this is fantastic. Just listened to it again yesterday. Such a great album. Come out in Peaceville. When did I say it was? In September. But Chris Reifert and the boys, Greg Wilkinson's in the band now. They also released Static Abyss this year, Greg and Chris, and it's an amazing release. I don't know why I haven't got it in my top 21, but it's a fantastic death doom release, as in this is fantastic death metal, some doomy stuff as Autopsy do with grotesque vocals. Sounds like a fucking horror movie. The whole album just, man, sounds like all over the place in places, but that's Autopsy for you. I absolutely love Autopsy. Can't see my Autopsy collection there, it's pretty nearly finished, but yeah, fantastic release, absolutely love it. Autopsy. Okay, 2 to go. My CD's just finished, so I'll just talk a wee bit louder. Okay, number 2, another find from the VC. This is thanks to Roger Korvik. I said your name wrong, right dude? Wrong. But didn't know anything about this band. Now, these are this is another project from some members of some other UK bands, Voices and Akacock. Don't know. I knew of them, Akacock, but I never listened to them. Thanks to Dave at Cavernous Carnage. He put me on to Akacock. I just seen him with his collection and I had to get some of their stuff, so bought a couple of records since. Listened to them, brilliant. But anyway, Roger come up with one of this in one of his videos, and I've mentioned this a couple of times already this year. So this is the Antichrist Imperium. This is Antichrist Imperium Volume 3, Satan in his original glory. This very easily could have been my favourite album of the year. Absolutely fucking banging, brilliant album. So this is what you call a potpourri of styles. You've got black metal sound stuff, you've got some death metal, you've got stuff that reminded me of Typo Negative. Oh Jesus, where did it go? There's stuff that sounds a bit like Cradle of Filth, but yeah, it's just a mass of mix of everything, and it works superbly. I did get the other 2 Antichrist albums in a VC this year of Gordon. Cheers Gordon, have listened, they're fucking excellent. I still think this could be their best one though. It's just more, it's tighter or whatever. I don't know what way to describe it. But yeah, musicianship on this is amazing. This is David Gray, Blast Fader on drums. He's just a savage. Been listening to this as well just before I started this video. But yeah, find of the year for me, this band. Absolutely loved them. So the Antichrist Imperium, definitely, wow, savage. Blew me away. Okay, my favourite album of the year. Yeah, I don't think this might feature on a lot of people's list. This came out in August. Yeah, the first video popped up for this, and I seen the vocalist, one of my favourite vocalists, and Ray Alder from Fate's Warning. Checked them out. Had a bit of a rude about who they were and that, and then find Mark Zonder from some of the classic Fate's Warning Parallels and that sort of era albums. The drummer is on this as well. So this is a group that he put together. Ray Alder, the bass player, is from Warlord. He used to play with Mark and Warlord, and there's 2 other members of it. I don't know where they sprung from, but yeah. So me played this album to death. I've listened to it digitally. I've fucking played it every way possible. Spun the records up 10 times. Absolutely love it. So you've got a mix of hard rock and progressive rock metal, whatever you want. But very catchy, brilliant vocals. The drumming in this, if you're into drumming, check out Mark Zonder on this album. It's just, he's amazing. He's getting on the years. He looks a bit older, but Jesus, he's a savage, and for me this is definitely my favourite, probably my most listened to album this, definitely my most listened to album this year, and I absolutely love it. So this is the self-titled album. He finally shows it. A to Z, or as some of the boys on the live stream will call it, the Madagascar album. I can see where that's coming from with the Madagascar album. So this is A through Z, self-titled, out on Metal Blade Records, yes, in August. if you're into hard rock and progressive rock metal, just give this a listen. Listen to a few of the singles. Trial by Fire, first song on the album. Listen to it, blow you away. Check out the drumming. The Machine Gunner, Rise Again, Stranded, At the Water's Edge, Borrowed Time. Every track on this is amazing. I absolutely love it. And that's it. This is my most played album of the year, and I'd nearly go and listen to it right now. So that's it, guys. Been a great year for music. As I said, there's loads of stuff I've missed, loads of albums I didn't pick up, so I'm going to be picking them up slowly, so we'll have a few videos next year of albums that I'd missed, like an idiot videos, if you know what I mean. So that's it, guys. Have a great new year. It's the 28th or 29th or 29th today, actually, Thursday 29th. So yeah, so have a great New Year's. Don't know if I'll get another video done before the end of the year. Probably not, but my next video will be Scott's metal tag. That's what it's called, not rock tag. He's the rock scout. It's the metal tag. That'll probably be my next video. If not, there could be a vinyl or a collection update before that, because I know I have other stuff coming. I'm just waiting for the post for my Candlemas. Anyway, so that's it, guys. Cheers. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Got a few new subscribers over the Christmas for some strange reason. And thank you all for your support, and I look forward to doing some more videos and more live streams and just picking up loads of cool shit during the year. So yeah, have a good New Year's weekend and take care of yourselves, and I will see you all pretty soon. Cheers.